and welcome to our penultimate broadcast. We have been up since 4 a.m. and broadcasting live since 6 a.m. GMT here in London. We have got a very exciting Periscope coming up for you. We have Caroline Colomé and Jack Lewis performing a fantastic section from the most wonderful play, Macbeth. Here you go.
What news?
He's almost supped.
Hath he asked for me?
No, you not. He has.
Hey! We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honoured me of late, and I have brought golden opinions of all sorts of people, which would be worn now, in its newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard? To be the same in thine own act and valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon? I would, like the poor cat in the adage.
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast wast then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time, nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail...
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his hard day's journey soundly invite him? His two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only, when in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted mettle. Should choose nothing but males. I'm settled and bent up every corporal agent for this terrible feat. Away. And mock time with its fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
Wasn't that amazing? I told you had a good one coming up. We've had people asking on Periscope, and I'm sure if you're watching live you would have seen it, asking, are they a real couple? I think they're just great actors. So why don't they come back and join us? Jack and Caroline, come and be interviewed live on Periscope, live across the world for Shakespeare 400. Thanks guys. So we had people so convinced, they were actually messaging me and saying, are these guys a couple? I said, no, they're just great actors. Why don't you tell the world a bit about yourselves as actors, where you trained and how you ended up doing Shakespeare?
Wow. Where to start?
Lot of
Where to
questions.
start? Yeah. I've worked with Caroline a lot. We've worked together in loads of Shakespeare productions. For me, Shakespeare, I don't know what it is. When it's spoken out loud, it's just, that's where the magic is. It really is. And you get no other feeling with any other writer when you perform it. That's what it
So
comes down to.
visceral that you can really bite down on the words and really use them to get your objective, to get your point across. And Shakespeare, there's nothing like it. The words are just everything. They're just so juicy.
I've got something here, incredible chemistry between the two of you. Guys, you're winning Periscope today. They are winning Periscope. So why don't you tell us a bit about what it means to you both to be performing in London to the world for Shakespeare 400?
This is something that you're going to tell your grandchildren. You know, Shakespeare 400, it's epic, and you know, everybody will remember it. And to be part of the whole Shakespeare 400 movement, should I say, or event, is amazing. So, and to be in London, we've just been in the place where Shakespeare once lived, and walked through St. Paul's. Is beautiful, and I think the language really lends itself to such beautiful surroundings. I mean, look where we are. We just passed St. Paul's. We've just been in this beautiful churchyard, and to add Shakespeare's words on top of these beautiful settings is amazing. I will always remember this.
Wow, fantastic. Any tips for budding actors? One question we've been getting a lot today is, what advice would you give to people out there watching who maybe one day have watched this and they'd aspire to doing something like what you've just done for us?
If you're really passionate about it, you'll find a way.
Yeah, you will find a way.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah. If you want to do it, and it will just draw you towards it. You know, and
Yeah.
time and time again, you'll just keep coming back to it, back
Yes.
to it, and just that drive is what will keep you
Yeah.
going.
And if you throw yourself out, things will come back.
I've got another question here. What is your if I ask you, what is your favourite Shakespeare play? I don't think that one's come up yet.
I've got a top. I don't know. Can you have a top Shakespeare play?
Oh yeah, true.
Really?
Good answer.
Really?
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Well, you never get bored of Macbeth.
Yeah.
You can never get bored of Macbeth.
Whichever
It's
one
so-
you're working on at the time.
Yeah.
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 Why did you choose Macbeth today? When we were talking to you about coming along and performing today, what pulled you both towards this scene? Is there something about this play specifically that resonates with you, that you really have loved performing in it, perhaps?
Yeah. I have performed in it and I loved it, but I especially love this scene because Lady Macbeth is trying every trick in the book. You know, she has such a strong objective. She wants something so much, and it makes it, you know, easy to act because she's so passionate about trying to get Macbeth to do what she wants. So lots of tactics going on, and again, juicy.
Yeah. And Jack?
I think with Macbeth, like so many of the plays that he's written, it's set in a court, it's set amongst kings and everything, but all of the speeches are just full of being human and what it is about being a person, you know, walking around every day. So be it a king, be it a serf, be it anything. And it really comes across really strongly in a lot of the poetry that he writes, not just in this play, but in so many others.
We had a question earlier on, which was, how do you think people find Shakespeare relevant these days? Especially for young people who might be watching us, who maybe have never been into a theatre. What is it about Shakespeare that you think could still appeal to them?
It's pure emotion. That's what it is. It's pure emotion about what it is to be a person, you know, walking around at any time, which is why why there are so many times Shakespeare can be reinvented in different settings. You won't change the words because they're just perfect, and it really does express that emotion so well.
It's
We can
about-
change the setting, and
Yeah.
because of that, humans haven't changed for years. They never will. They're still that same
Yes,
emotional
it's
animal.
about being human.
Yeah.
And it's the best and worst parts of being human. It's, blood, death, love, lust, war, passion. And it shows good and bad sides of the human being, and it gets straight to the heart of what being human is.
Productions of his might date, but the actual words themselves will never date.
That's very true, isn't it? That sometimes we can see productions that maybe to us in a modern context feel quite dated and
Yes.
stilted,
Mhm.
and I think it's quite important for us to keep reimagining his work so
Well,
we keep
yeah.
to the emotion
Exactly.
and the relevance
Yeah.
that we've
Exactly.
been discussing.
Well, society changes, so we have to change the productions, but the words don't change.
That's beautiful. What a beautiful way to sign off from our penultimate broadcast on Periscope with GoPro and Twitter. We're Grassroots Shakespeare London, and we will be seeing you for our final broadcast at dusk here in London at 8 p.m. GMT. See you soon.